My name is Tim Grant, and I'm a friend of Ted Blunt. Ted Blunt played basketball for 4 years at Winston-Salem State University from 1961 to 1965. During that time, Ted made all CIAA all 4 years. He was recognized as the conference MVP in, I think it was 1963, as well as he was an All-American, NAIA All-American his junior and senior year. And all of this led to Ted getting a 1964 tryout for the USA Olympic team, which was quite an honor. But Ted, I think, epitomizes what Coach Gaines asked of all of his student athletes. He wanted you to grow from a boy into a young man, and he wanted you to be productive. And Ted certainly listened and followed Coach's advice. Ted was probably, as Coach Gaines would say, the quarterback on that team. He was the one that got all the other guys to work together and to do what Coach wanted to do. And I've heard stories over the years from Coach Gaines and other members that played on that team with Ted. Ted had a different way of getting them to react than Coach Gaines did. Ted certainly was one of those guys, even as I coached later on in my career here at Winston-Salem State University. Back when I became the assistant basketball coach in 1981-82 season, was my first year with Coach Gaines. Ted was one of the first people that called me. Ted was one that would always come back. He would always give back. He would have advice. He would spend time with guys. So you knew that you were a part of this legacy and a part of this history, and more importantly, a part of this basketball family that went back for generations. One of the first people that I met my freshman year doing homecoming in 1976 was Ted Blunt. He congratulated me and reminded me that I wasn't going to be as good a basketball player as he was back during this time. Ted has been married more than 50 years. Ted had 3 beautiful daughters, one of which, Marla, was a Winston-Salem State University graduate. His other daughters, Thea and Lisa. Many people know Lisa now. He worked for 36 years as a school administrator up in the state of Delaware for 3 different school districts. I always think of Ted as a mover and a shaker. You know, when you hear that term, what is a mover and a shaker? Well, that means here's a guy who gets things done. Ted has always been connected politically, and he's always been very active in politics. He spent more than 25 years on city council, serving as council president in the city of Wilmington, Delaware. He's well known. Ted jokingly would say to me, "You know, Tim, I'm real close friends with President Biden. I've even got his cell phone number." But when you meet Ted, he's just down to earth, just a great guy, and he is one that still, loves Winston-Salem State University. Well, when you think about Ted Blunt's legacy, I think his legacy somewhat falls in line with the university motto, which is enter to learn, depart to serve. And certainly I think that Ted has served. Not only has he served the citizens in the city of Wilmington and the great state of Delaware, but he's also served his alma mater, Winston-Salem State University. He seeks to give back financially. He seeks to give back with his time, and he seeks to give back with his advice. He served on numerous boards here at Winston-Salem State University, and just a all-around great guy. And I think he'll be remembered in a very positive way for his service.